Good morning, friends, family, coworkers, and distinguished guests. Would everyone please rise as we would like to welcome the graduates of Basic Parole and Probation, Class 90, led in today by Bagpiper Aaron Anderson, Portland Police Highland Guard. Please remain standing for the national anthem being sung today by Michael Emanuel.
Class, half right, fake. Present, form.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order, arm. Forward, take.
Please be seated. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for Basic Parole and Probation, Class 90. My name is Jason Ridgway, and I had the honor and have served as the training coordinator for this class. On behalf of the Department of Public Safety, Standards and Training, and the members of the graduating class, we thank you all for being here with us today. Today marks the completion of 5 weeks of training for Basic Parole and Probation, Class 90. Although we are recognizing their accomplishments today, I would like to take a moment and thank all of you in the audience, to all the directors, PTOs, supervisors, coworkers, family, and friends. Your support, commitment, and personal sacrifices have not gone unnoticed. I think I can speak on behalf of the graduates and myself in thanking you all for all that you have done in the last 5 weeks while they were here. Thank you. I'd like to introduce two distinguished guests with us today. We have Cole Hughes with the Department of Public Safety Standards and Training, and Scott Hyde. It's my pleasure to introduce today's graduation speaker, Scott Hyde. Scott currently serves as the Director of Josephine County Community Justice. He began his public safety career in 2008 with the Grants Pass Department of Public Safety, serving as a patrol officer, school resource officer, and SWAT team member. In 2012, he began working for Josephine County Community Corrections, where he managed both general and specialized caseloads. Over the years, he was promoted to supervisor and later deputy director. And in 2022, he was appointed director of community corrections. Scott was a member of the DPSST Parole and Probation Curriculum Work Group, the DPSST Field Training and Evaluation Program Work Group, the DPSST Field Training Officer Work Group. Scott sits on the Attorney General's Batterers Intervention Program Advisory Committee, serves as chair of the Josephine County Public Safety Coordinating Council, and is a member of the Oregon Association of Community Corrections Directors Executive Team. Scott holds all levels of certification in probation, a bachelor's degree from George Fox University, and a master's degree in social work from Portland State University. Scott is a licensed clinical social worker in private practice, specializing in dialectical behavioral therapy and cognitive behavioral therapy in forensic populations. A dedicated father of two, Scott enjoys spending time with his family, hunting, fishing, and playing golf. Please join me in welcoming Josephine County Community Justice Director, Scott Hyde.
Well, thank you. Outstanding shirt, by the way, sir. Your shirt says, "I love my probation officer." I appreciate. To the graduates, DPSST instructors, agency leaders, and family members who are here, I just want you to know that I consider it an honor to share this space with Basic Parole and Probation Class BPP90. I don't know most of you. I do know two of you. A couple of you are coming back to our shop after this is all said and done. But I'm grateful for each of you. At the simplest level, I'm grateful that you've chosen to serve your communities, this state, and this world for that matter is in desperate need of servants. We're in need of a capable workforce that chooses to make this life about something greater than themselves. Mahatma Gandhi said the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Conveniently enough, discovery of self unlocks the sustaining power of finding purpose in your work. And you will need the sustaining power of purpose because you did not choose an easy path. This is a dichotomous work. I imagine it like two kind of warring factions in the mind, and it's like trying to reconcile opposites in a way. One day, your interceding event, the disruption of criminal enterprise, preventing the further victimization of your community. You'll find yourself in the dark corners of your county bringing to bear the full resources of your enforcement capacity. You will be the embodiment of consequence and accountability that stands between the harmful and the harmed. The next day, you are the champion of hope and change. You are the light unto a dark path, ushering in the alternative through genuine care and empathy. All too often representing the single source of belief and their capacity to change. Holding accountable and enhancing motivation to change are difficult tasks. Anybody sitting in this room who does this work knows that all too well. The data is clear. Oh wait, let's go back. This part's good. I don't want you to miss this. Holding accountable and enhancing motivation to change are difficult tasks, but you've been called to something even more difficult, finding balance between the two within the ever-confusing context of human behavior. And the data is clear. There's going to be a portion of your caseload who will choose the wrong path more often than not. They will meet with you. You'll talk to them about case plans and goals and what life could be like. And then they're going to walk out the front door of your lobby and they're going to choose drugs and criminal associates and their current way of living. and any other myriad of antisocial behaviors that they engage in from time to time. And that's because you're going to work with people who have spent their entire lives avoiding responsibility. Some because taking ownership for their actions felt impossible or even dangerous. Many have never known a day of stability in their lives. They've lived in survival mode. They've been shaped by trauma and addiction and poverty. They've learned that lying, avoiding, blaming others keeps them safe and gets their needs met over time. Others simply don't want to change and enjoy committing crimes. We have both on our caseloads, and you will soon discover there are both. I point this out not to debate the ultimate drivers of criminality, but instead to remind us that our power and ability to influence change is limited, and ultimately they, the individuals you work with, are the captains of their proverbial ship. There is no amount of effort that can replace someone else's awareness and thoughts. One of the biggest mistakes we can make is assuming that others think like we do and hold the same values that we do. Empathy. In my clinical supervision, I had a supervisor who told me this, and it stuck with me. And I encourage you to hear this. Empathy requires clarity, not projection. I'm not going to go into explaining that too much further, but let that one sit with you for just a minute. Whatever the reason, some are not ready for change, and much of the world lives across the vast divide of come and see me when you're ready to change. But this work, our work, is different. We are the exception to that rule. Our capacity to produce change in others is limited by the realities of human behavior, yes. But there is no other profession more capable and better equipped to maximize their potential for change. You are the bridge that spans the divide for both the incapable and the unwilling. And that, my friends, is not easy. It requires a lot of things. It requires strength and discipline, organization, self-governance, emotional intelligence, and the list, it goes on. But above all of that, it requires purpose in the work that you do. You have to believe in the work that you do. So I offer up this thought, which I believe is the bedrock of purpose and truth, and I hope you all carry it with you long after this day. And if you disagree, that's okay, but I get to say it because I'm your class speaker. So here it goes. You are exactly where you are meant to be right now. I'll say it again. You are exactly where you are meant to be right now. Not 1 minute early, not one step late. Everything you've experienced, your struggles, your victories, the questions, the doubts, the answers, all of it has prepared you for this. And I doubt the path was straight, but I can guarantee you the path was right. And it led you here, and I think I got this right, to 4190 Almsville Highway in the Hall of Heroes at 2:30-ish in the afternoon on September 12th, 2025 for a reason. And that reason is not stationary. It transcends these walls. On Monday morning, when you walk into your office, say hi to comrades who congratulate you for making it through the academy or potentially winning a office fantasy football game, whatever it may be, or both, and you sit down at your desk and you turn on your computer, I encourage you to take a deep breath. In for 4, pause for a couple, slowly out for 8. Do that maybe a couple of times and then open your eyes and know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, doing what you were intended to do. And it is an important work. Where you'll be is on the front lines of one of the most complex challenges in public safety, transforming lives inside the criminal justice system. So I have a few practical suggestions to bolster your efforts in this difficult work so you can take them or leave them. You will make mistakes, lots of them, for this is a complex business full of rules and procedural requirements that are constantly changing. I encourage you to have a short memory. Not that we don't learn from mistakes, but that we don't dwell on them. Everyone here probably has heard of Roger Federer. I heard an interesting interview with him the other day. Turns out he played a little over 1,500 singles matches in his tennis career. He won over 80% of those matches, which is just wild to think about. Within those matches, there are sets, and within those sets, there are games, and within those games, there are points. When the interviewer asked Roger Federer, he said, what was your key to success? And he said, I'm going to tell you a stat that nobody knows about. He said, of all the points that I played, I won 54% of them. The greatest of all time barely won more than he lost. His take-home point was simply this: You cannot live in the past, you must be in the present. You cannot dwell on the things that you messed up. You have to be present in the moment right now and look forward to the things that are to come. I encourage you to apply the concept. I encourage you to apply this concept across all facets of your work. Be mindful and present in the most mundane tasks. Do them to the best of your ability. Whatever your task of the moment, whether it be an LSCMI, a WARNA, a case plan, a sanction, a PV, it doesn't matter what it is. Be present in the moment and learn to enjoy the process. There will be tasks you enjoy more than others. Lean hard into the ones you don't like and get them done first. It'll make it easier for the rest of the day. Learning to enjoy the process is the foundation of being good at what you do, and I encourage you to be good at what you do. Become a professional parole and probation officer. Be a person who is constantly refining your craft, seeking and searching for a better way. In a job with much autonomy, which you will have, mediocrity and complacency can creep. I encourage you to refuse mediocrity, refuse complacency, strive for excellence. No matter your station in this work, strive for excellence, because what you do in this moment prepares you for the next. Be good at time management. Learn to prioritize. Build a differential in your mind that allows you to pick and choose what needs your attention now, what can wait until later, and what gets done when you finish with the first two. There are very few emergencies in this work. Very few true emergencies. The individuals on your caseload will try to convince you everything is an emergency. Your job is to show them the power of the mind and how what we perceive is. The easiest way to teach is by modeling it to them. They will match your energy. When they're elevated, stay the course of calmness. And lastly, I encourage you to live your life above reproach. The badge you bear calls you to a higher standard. Act as if somebody is always watching, even if you know that they're not. So in closing, if I haven't done a good job of saying it already, I'll say this: strive for balance. This work is rooted in accountability and structure and consequence, but also in hope and dignity and growth. You offer a path, a harder path, but it's a better path. You hold accountable not to punish, but to empower. Reclaiming self-agency is found in the recognition of free will. The power to cause harm guarantees the power to change. The ability to say, yes, I did that, but I can do better. The ability to believe I am not defined by my past. I can make different choices going forward. Someone out there right now finds himself at that crossroad. In your respective jurisdiction, in your county, there is somebody out there that finds himself at that very point in life. They won't know what to call it. They're not even going to recognize it, but they're there. One day they're going to look back and they're going to say, that probation officer that believed in me, that saw the humanity in me that I've never experienced before. They looked at me like no one else has looked at me. They looked at me like they believed I could do it, like no one else had ever looked at me before. They're going to look back and they'll say, because of that person, because of you, because of the people sitting in those seats, that was the moment that started to change my life forever. That is the power of the work that we do. I encourage you, be firm, be fair, be consistent, be human. Believe in the possibility for change, but recognize the requirement of effort. And never forget, you are exactly where you are supposed to be for a purpose. I've been reading Marcus Aurelius, who was a Roman emperor. I've been reading some of his writings and meditations. And so I'm going to leave you with a Marcus Aurelius quote that I've been saying in the mornings, and it really helps. There will be tough times. You have chosen a hard path, but you've chosen a noble path. I encourage you, lean heavily into it, and you will change many lives. I thank you. I truly thank you for the choices that you've made to be here and to do this work. I admire you. I salute you for it. Marcus Aurelius said, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love, to serve. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Scott. Before I speak about this group of people before you, there's one more group I would like to recognize. I would like to thank the individual parole and probation officers, supervisors, as well as board members who have been here instructing over the last 5 weeks. Basic parole and probation is unique in that it is nearly entirely taught by instructors on loan from other agencies. It is not uncommon to have instructors spending multiple days to a week putting their many job duties on hold to share their passion for this career. We thank OACCD for their continued support for sharing this strong group of professionals with us. We appreciate your efforts to help build the future of community corrections in Oregon and provide quality training to future parole and probation officers. Class 90 had the benefit of learning from parole and probation officers, professionals from Clackamas, Deschutes, Josephine, Lane, Marion, and Multnomah counties, along with the staff here at DPSST. This class and I are grateful to this group of individuals from all over the state for their hard work and dedication and passion to this profession. I would like to thank everyone who has assisted Basic Parole and Probation Class 90 in any way. And now, on to the reason why we're here today, the graduates. I would especially like to recognize Officers Jessica Thomas and Donnie Jordan. Would you please stand up? These recruits took on the role of class liaisons, serving as the communication hubs between staff and students. They took on the task of getting the class to the right place, at the right time, and with the right equipment. They also relayed information and updates on changes to the other students, which personally saved me time and worry, and they did so graciously. They shouldered responsibility above that expected of basic training students. They represented Class 90 extremely well, with dedication and professionalism. For this, I would like to extend a personal thank you for a job well done. Thank you. Now it is our custom to recognize students who have achieved individual honors during their 5 weeks of training at the Academy. I would like to invite Director Scott Hyde to help present the awards. Family and friends, please feel free to come forward and take photographs. We'll hold them here until you get your photos. The Health and Fitness Award is given to the student who most exhibits the ideals of the physical fitness program. This student embraces training and strives to get better every day. They are relentless, infectious, and intentional. They have perfect attendance through all PT sessions. The student earning this award has accepted the challenge from day one through post-ORPAT, which was just yesterday. They have a little bit of a cough. It's called the ORPAT cough. It's normal. To work to the best of their abilities at all times. This student encourages others through actions, verbally, or both. He or she not only meets minimum requirements, but excels. The recipient of this award has demonstrated that they are willing to compete and train with passion, and that lifetime fitness is a priority to them. The Outstanding Health and Physical Fitness Award goes to Officer Tim Artoff, Josephine County Community Corrections.
If you'd like to come up and take a photo up here, we'll hold them for you, so feel free.
The DPSST Defensive Tactics Award is an award given to the student who embodies a spirit of mental, physical, and spiritual resiliency, dedication, and teamwork in defensive tactics as determined by Academy instructors. The Defensive Tactics program at DPSST is rooted in foundational concepts. These are concepts that can be applied from any position or in any environment. The goal of the DT program is to develop transferable skills to real-life situations that an officer will face. The student in Basic Parole and Probation Class 90 who consistently demonstrated a strong grasp of the concepts, maintained a great attitude, gave maximum effort, supported their classmates on a regular basis, improved their skills, and showed mental, physical, and spiritual resiliency, is Officer Jessica Thomas, Jackson County Community Justice. The Academic Achievement Award is presented to the student who displays outstanding scholastic achievement, as well as the ability to demonstrate skills and knowledge learned. This student earned the highest scores in weekly assignments, the use of force quiz, and authored the best violation report. The Academic Achievement Award is presented to Officer Tim Artoff, Josephine County Community Corrections. The Victor G. Attia Award for Outstanding Student is named in honor of the distinguished former governor of the state of Oregon, in whose term of office this agency became a reality. This prestigious award goes to the student in each basic class who is selected by students and academy staff as the overall most outstanding student in the class. The student selected must display exceptional professionalism and demonstrate an exemplary attitude, as well as outstanding achievement in leadership, academics, health and fitness, and survival skills. The Department of Public Safety Standards and Training is proud to honor the recipient for the Victor G. Attia Outstanding Student Award for Basic Parole and Probation, Class 90. Officer Jessica Thomas, Jackson County Community Justice. It is now my privilege to introduce the class spokesperson for Basic Parole and Probation, Class 90, Officer Jessica Thomas.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I get started, I want to present Scott Hyde with a token of our appreciation for speaking during our ceremony. On behalf of BPP90, we thank you for sharing your words and wisdom with us all.
Oh, the socks, they got me socks.
You're welcome. First off, I want to take a moment to thank coffee and energy drinks, because without it, the chances of us making it through Academy were slim. On a more serious note, I want to recognize our distinguished instructors, honored guests, families, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Thank you for being here today. We would not be where we are today without the support of each and every one of you. 5 weeks ago, we walked into this journey as individuals, each of us from different counties, backgrounds, different experiences, and different walks of life. But today, we stand together, not just as graduates, but as a united force, the newest generation of probation and community justice officers, ready to serve, protect, and guide. Let's be honest, these past 5 weeks were no walk in the park. We faced challenges that pushed us mentally, physically, and emotionally. Whether it was being away from home, early mornings, intense scenarios, or tough conversations that forced us to question what we thought we knew. We were tested. But with every challenge, we grew stronger. With every obstacle, we gained clarity. And with every long day, we moved one step closer to our calling. We learned the law, but most importantly, we learned how to uphold it with compassion. We studied procedures, but we also learned how to apply them with purpose. We practiced safety, but we also discovered the importance of empathy, communication, and the power of presence. More than anything, we learned what it means to be a probation officer. We're not here just to write reports or enforce conditions. We're here to help people rewrite their stories. It's about being a steady guide for someone finding their way out of darkness. It's about holding people accountable while still holding space for hope. Our clients are not a single story. Each one comes with unique struggles, strengths, and potential. It is our responsibility to recognize those differences and guide them towards success. Over the last 5 weeks, something incredible happened. We formed bonds. We became a team. We lifted each other when someone was struggling. We challenged each other to be better, to think sharper, and to lead stronger. We laughed, we learned, and yes, we probably all asked ourselves at least once, what did I get myself into? But we made it because we did it together. As we look to the future, let us remember that this profession is not just a job, it's a commitment to justice, to integrity, and to the communities that we serve. The badge we wear is not just a symbol of authority, it is a symbol of responsibility. A reminder that real change happens when people like us choose to step up, stand firm, and show heart. So, to the future generation of probation officers sitting before me, never forget why you started this journey. Never forget the lessons you learned in these 5 weeks, and never forget the people who stood beside you through it all. We are not just graduates today. We are the future of this field. I might be a little biased, but the future is looking strong. It feels good knowing that when people look at our graduating class, they will see representation. Because probation isn't one size fits all, and neither are probation officers. Now, I could continue to ramble on about what these last 5 weeks were like, but instead, I would like to present you all with a video that highlights our time at Academy. Thank you.
I don't know. Yeah. Just, are you looking at your own face, bro?
I became a parole and probation officer because it gives me the chance to help clients make real, lasting changes in their lives. Something I can do more directly than when I was a police officer.
Believe that people people should always have a second chance.
In hopes that one less person has to say goodbye to someone they love before it is their time.
The question of why did I choose to become a PO? I chose to become a parole and probation officer for the simple reason is that I enjoy seeing others become successful in areas that they have previously been unsuccessful in. By coaching and encouraging them, I am able to see many clients achieve success and happiness from accomplishing something they thought that was out of their reach. Making a positive difference in someone's life is not only challenging, but also very rewarding to both the giver and the receiver.
Why I am a parole and probation officer is because I believe in the work that we do. I believe in justice. I believe in helping my community. I believe in being a good role model of my community. And I also believe that it is an important position and job to have. I believe in change. I believe that there can be compassionate accountability, and that with support, people can change for the better.
Trying to inspire the best self for my family and friends, and provide a safe community for my kids to grow up in.
My name is Brandon Shelton. I believe it's a privilege to be able to help people, and Multnomah County is the place where I want to do that. I have a smoking hot wife, we have a beautiful son and a really good dog at home, and we have wonderful friends, and I have tremendously talented coworkers who I look forward to being with every day, and I'm going to challenge myself every day to become the best PO I can possibly be.
People often ask me, why did you become a parole officer? And I usually give the polished answer, to make a difference in my community. But today, I am going to be for real. There are 4 top reasons why I did it. 1, I wanted a job where I could lose weight sweating calories off. Who does not like to wear tactical pants, a bulletproof vest, a belt that weighs at least 15 pounds, and boots in 90-degree weather doing home visits all day? 2, I wanted to be in law enforcement without running after anyone. Let's be honest, I didn't want to chase people down the street. I wanted to send reminders in Spanglish like, Señor, no se le olvide el drug test mañana. 3, I'm basically a life coach with a badge and a strong accent. I'm out here helping people get clean, find jobs, go back to school, and somehow also translating their resume, their emails, and explaining what substance abuse evaluation means in 2 languages with patience and occasionally Google. 4, free coffee and occasional pan dulce from clients who actually like me. Sometimes a client brings you a thank you donut. Mine brings tamales. And you know what? That's better than a bonus. In all seriousness, I became a parole officer because I wanted to be someone my people from underserved communities could relate to. Someone who understands the language, the culture, and the struggle. Because when someone says, you don't get it, where I come from, it is different, I can say, actually, I do get it. Being bilingual isn't just about words. It's about connection and trust. And sometimes convincing someone in Spanish and English that their future is still worth fighting for. So yes, I became a parole officer for the stories, the drama, and the occasional bilingual showdown. But I stay because somewhere between the court dates and the check-ins, we really do help people change their lives. Esposo, babies, mommy, and soul sisters, thank you for your love and support. I would not be here today without you.
As a child, I witnessed both positive and negative influences in my life. I chose this career because I wanted to make an impact not just on individuals, but on families and communities. When people on probation succeed, it creates a ripple effect that helps everyone feel safer and stronger. I've been fortunate to have a strong community behind me, and I want to give that same sense of guidance and accountability to others who may not have had it.
I think for a lot of people in this field, a common answer could be that we want to help people. We like working with people, which is a huge piece of the job, and working with others and being involved in their lives. Something specific for me that connects to why I want to work and be a parole and probation officer. You know, working in human services for about 10 years now and working with different populations, there have been times where I can help people, maybe on a surfacey level, where I can connect them with resources and have solutions to to easy or maybe surfacey questions or issues that they may have. But something that is really unique to the position that is really key for me, and something that I enjoy, is really helping people at their low and meeting people at a level that's more real, that's more genuine with what they're going through. And that's something that is really key for me. I like being able to help people on a real level and actually see them at where they're really at. And for those that are on supervision, that could be a huge low for them. And so I think it makes working with others be on a more realistic level where they're really at and seeing genuine emotion and what they're going through. Others may see that as really hard to do. But when it connects to my why, which is I want to help people and I want to work people, I want to help people and work with people on a real level and meet them at where they are really at, so that way I can really be an impact and provide an impact in their lives towards their general well-being.
My why on why I wanted to become a probation officer is twofold. One is I wanted more of a normal life. My past experience was in patrol, so I decided to become a probation officer because I wanted to actually help people. I noticed in patrol that I didn't have a lot of time to actually spend with the offenders, and I know in probation I will have a lot more time to do so and put them on the right path in their lives, or attempt to change their criminal behavior. So that is my why. Thank you.
Thank you all. You inspired me. When I grow up, I think I might want to become a parole officer. Now's the time you've all been waiting for, the presentation of your certificates. This marks the conclusion of your training and the highlight of today's graduation. It signals the end of one phase of your career and the beginning of another. Will the members of Basic Parole Probation Class 90 please rise and come forward when your name is called? Officer Tim Artoff, Josephine County. And feel free to come forward for photos. Again, we will hold them hostage for you. Feel free to come forward. Officer Jim Borton, Lincoln County. Jeff Borton, starting already. Jeff Borton, nice to meet you, sir. Congratulations, stay here. They're coming to take photos. Congratulations. I'll never forget you now. Officer Jerry Brooks, Lane County. Officer Jesus Cruz Carrasco, Multnomah County. Come on down. Come as close as you like. Good. Officer Michael Emanuel, Jackson County. One more. Deputy Sahara Hendricks, Tillamook County. Officer Hunter Johnson, Jackson County. Officer Donnie Jordan, Jackson County. Officer Zola Neal, Multnomah County. Officer Vanessa Palacios, Washington County. We'll hold her for you. You can come forward if you want a better one. Nice job. Officer Brandon Shelton, Multnomah County. Nice job on that Y. Job. Officer Victor Silva, Umatilla County. Yep. Officer Stormy Telford, Josephine County. Officer Jessica Thomas, Jackson County. And Officer New Vang, Multnomah County. Come forward as far as you want.
Good job, Dad.
Woo! Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Class 90. I want to take a moment to call attention to the achievement you've made by graduating today. Each of you made the decision to become a parole and probation officer at different times, for different reasons, and with different expectations. Here, though, at this academy, you were forced to work as one. By design, this program seeks to bring your individual differences into collision with inflexible concepts like legal standards, important timelines, and evidence-based practices. Many classes struggle with this challenge, and frankly, most parole officers struggle with it daily. As a system, we tend to think the hard work of community corrections lies in tough decisions, empathetic interactions, and dangerous work. However, the true challenge for a PO is accepting that change is real and possible. Possible for the people we supervise, for the system we work in, but most importantly, possible for each one of us. With that in mind, I want to thank each of you. DPSST's mission in pursuing excellence in training and accountability for public safety professionals. Not every student rises to meet that aspirational mission, and few classes truly embrace the challenge. You have done both. As a class, you've sought to better yourselves each day you've been here. And I've been privileged to witness that growth in each of you. Never lose sight of your why. I want to leave you all with a quote by the late Athenian statesman Pericles, known for his intelligence and incorruptibility. He said, "What you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others." This quote rings true for the work that you will do as a parole and probation officer. Though you will achieve accolades for your work, the purpose is helping people. The work you will do is difficult, and the demands on you will consistently shift and seemingly increase. But the responsibilities of a parole and probation officer are yours. They are urgent, and you must succeed. I believe each of you can do that. You were chosen for this task, and in time, will have the abilities and skills to go with your drive and compassion to do what is asked of you. There is no greater vocation than the one you have taken up, to help others. With us today is a room full of people who believe you can do this. This academy believes in you, and so do the people of our state. Now it is my honor to administer the Criminal Justice Code of Ethics to the graduates. Will the members of Class 90 please rise on command? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I swear as a criminal justice officer. That my fundamental duty is to serve mankind. To safeguard lives and property. To protect all persons against deception. protect all persons against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all people. Sorry. To liberty, equality, and justice. Please join me in formally congratulating the graduates of Basic Parole and Probation, Class 90. This concludes our graduation ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, and we thank you for being here with us on this special day. Please remain at your seats until the graduates have been dismissed. Afterward, we will invite you to join us for a reception honoring the graduates, which will take place in our lobby. On behalf of the Department of the Director and all DPSST staff, I wish each graduate health, happiness, and success in the future.